Yo, what's good? It's your boy Peachfuzz here, and welcome to the first ever episode, the pilot of the Peachfuzz podcast. Give it a little round of applause. This is crazy. This is new to me. My name is Peachfuzz. It's not really. I wish it was, but it's not. I decided to go by like a fake name to not really protect my identity because I don't really care, but it's just more so for privacy. Because like I don't like being recognized for shit I do. Like my Instagram, the way my Instagram is, I get recognized for videos and pictures I put on my Instagram, and people would be like, "Oh my god, I love when you did that. I love oh, that video was so fucking funny." I don't care. Your opinion on my feed doesn't fucking like make my day any better or worse. And yeah, people just get like this false sense of, I don't know, they just kind of think I'm a bit of like a fucking oddity or celebrity because of my Instagram, and it doesn't make sense to me, and I hate it. But yeah, why the fuck did I start a podcast? I'm just a fucking really opinionated person, and I have a Snapchat vlog called my BTS. So like, I have close friends in it, and yeah, doing vlogs on Snapchat is terrible because it turns into podcasts most of the time, and they're just like short snippets of my opinions. The audio is terrible, the picture is terrible. I just fucking hate it. So I was like, nah, fuck this, I need to do a podcast so I can get out of that Snapchat vlog format, and just, I don't know, it's more accessible for everyone. It's like, it's more of a general thing now than just a fucking shit like Snapchat vlog that only fucking 100 people can see. Anyways, for this podcast, I thought I'd just like introduce myself for the people who don't know me. Just go through stuff like about my life, who I am as a person, what some of my opinions are, my hobbies, interests, all that fucking Irish oral, Spanish oral, French oral bullshit that you learned for the past 6 years of your life, and it's done now, and you're never going to use it again. All those general ass questions. And then I went to Snapchat and asked a couple of my broskies some questions, and they're pretty good, and they're going to take up a bit of time, so bear with me. And if you know me and you're wondering why I have a weird fucking accent, it's because I'm doing a podcast. My accent is really like, I don't know, when I get opinionated it goes really into like this Dublin accent, and it can, like, it's fine in short periods on a Snapchat vlog, but I can tell it'd be so draining and annoying to listen to, like when you're going to bed or something. And I recommend like listening to this like doing something else, if you get me, like doing fucking study or in the gym or fucking whatever you do. Just don't listen to it on its own, because that's kind of weird. It feels too personal or something. Alright, so let's go into me. My life is interesting compared to most Irish lives. I think Ireland has a really fucking like boring system. Everyone's life is kind of the same, and it's boring. But when I was younger, I moved around a lot. I moved from fucking Dublin, the capital city of Ireland, to Kildare, into the middle of nowhere basically, even though it was only 20 minutes away, but still. And that culture shock was fucking insane. I used to, like, in Dublin, I would have been considered like a nerdy kid, and even though I had friends, I'd only have like maybe 5 or 6 close friends. When I moved to Kildare, I don't know, the stigma of Dublin and my accent just kind of remained, and people were more interested in me. And I used to be really socially awkward because like that's just the fucking role I'd put myself into, and like it was 100% my fault. Yeah, when I moved to Kildare, people were just interested because you're from Dublin. Like it's different. I just started talking more. I just embraced myself a lot more, and people began to like me more. Yeah, I suppose I just came more out of my shell. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't really been anxious or socially awkward since. Just kind of embrace who I am, and that's just me. And if you know me, you'll know I'm a very outgoing person. But if you don't, I hope over the course of how many episodes of this podcast I do, you'll get to know me a bit better, and like maybe this can be something that just like fucking gets you through your week a bit better. I'm hoping to do one of these a week. Might not always be possible, but I'm hoping for it. I'll record as many as I can. And a couple of my friends said they'd hop on as well, and like they're interesting people, so I'd love to have them on a podcast and just hear them fucking tell dumb stories or do whatever they want to do when they agree to do a podcast with me. I'm also fucking new as shit to this, so if it sounds terrible, call me out on it and I'll do what I can to fix it, but I think it's gonna sound alright, to be honest. As long as my voice doesn't get fucked up. But yeah, I moved from Dublin to Kildare. I'm nearly 19 now, but that's pretty irrelevant. I think age, like some people see age as a form of maturity, which just is not true at all, because like I know some 12-year-olds who have fucking better common sense than some 18-year-olds. It's insane. Yeah, there's like people grow up at different ages, different rates. Like some people see a lot in their childhood, and some people only get like really brought into the real world when they're like fucking 20 and they have to be moved out of their parents' house. Like I think from a young age I kind of seen like the harsh reality of the world and what it was like. I matured a lot quicker in that sense. I don't know if this is true, but for most of my friends, like if they need advice, they'll ask me. I don't mind giving it, because like I think I'm not afraid of like fucking telling someone the truth if it hurts them, because like it's gonna be the most beneficial for them, and I'm gonna find out anyway. And I think it's a lot less jarring to hear from someone else and like they're like, oh yeah, well I kinda agreed with you, I felt like that as well, than to just be fucked out giving shit advice and then going with it and then it just fucks something up, you know what I mean? I'm meant to be talking about me, but I'm just talking about other random shit. What do I like? What are my interests? I love making things. I love like just being a creative person. I like making music, I like writing music, I like drawing, I like video editing, I like making movies, I like fucking pictures. The way I described it before was I like making media, because like media and art, because I love invoking emotion in people, no matter what it is. If you make a fucking picture of a dick, like if you just drew a picture of a dick and someone seen that, like maybe they laughed, maybe they got fucking angry, but that just kind of broke up their day. Like they felt an emotion, like for that split second they weren't fucking worried, they weren't thinking about, oh shit, what am I gonna wear to my wedding. They're not thinking, oh shit, I have to pay this fella this amount of money because I got a fucking score bag on tick. They're thinking, this picture of a dick is so annoying. That's what they're thinking in that moment. And that's such a good thing about making things. Like making art is, no matter what, you can like to get an emotion out of someone is just a fucking really cool thing to me. Like, that's why the most expensive art pieces are fucking like the most random shit that you can't comprehend, because the only reason they're expensive is because your brain doesn't know what it is. You're trying to form an opinion on it, and because it's not a conceivable thing, you're literally paying for your opinion. Like if you're looking at an art piece that you can't understand and you're trying to validate it in your own mind and you're trying to like make meaning of it, you're paying for your opinion on the art piece. So if you're like, oh, the artist is trying to convey fucking sadness and the Holocaust or something, and it's a picture of a fucking pot noodle on a dog's head, it doesn't matter what it is, you're gonna pay for what you think it is. And that's why the most expensive art is contemporary or modern art, and it looks fucking dumb. I don't care. People say anything is art, expression is art. Expression to me is not art. I don't care. Art has to be something that's physical, that you can fucking interact with in a way that makes you feel something. And you can't. Expression is not a form of art. Expression is a form of emotion and expression. That's the argument in the water. Oh, I didn't think I'd be talking about art and shit. That's the cool thing about podcasts. Like I'm in a state of flow. And I've already been talking for fucking 10 minutes and I haven't even realised it. That's so cool. Fuck it. Let's get on to some questions from the broskies. The first question is from Crocodile Jamboree. They're all like, I just changed the names, by the way. There's no one called Crocodile Jamboree. My thoughts on the music industry. Fuck, the music industry it's such a 50-50 thing. You can work your ass off for fucking 50 years and never make it, or you can put in little to no effort and be the biggest star in the world. Like, look at today's rappers, look at today's musicians. They're terrible. A prime example of this is if you're up to date on rap in any way and like you're interested in that industry, and you look at the XXL, I forget what it's called, I think it's the XXL freestyle freshman class or something. It's fucking terrible, and it's meant to be the best rappers of like fucking the year, I suppose, but everyone on it who I could recognise was not for their rapping ability, it was for their fucking Instagram accounts, which is insane. Like, no one on that is getting recognised for their fucking talent. It's all about their clout, and that's just poor form, like, in my opinion. And like, artists are just being fucking abused as well. Like, look at BTS, not my fucking Snapchat vlog. The band, the South Korean boy band BTS. It's an idol group. An idol group is basically a group of fucking artists who come together to form a band. They have to follow a very strict like rule set. Like, they can't drink, they can't smoke, they can't get in a relationship because they're unattainable to like their fans basically. So like, these people have to be there has to be a fake sense of that you could have these people, even though you never could. Like, if you get me. And yeah, these people are just abused. Like, they work for fucking days, like literal days. They work. They fucking pass out. I don't even think they get paid well. They pass out on stage. They throw up on stage. Their managers are meant to be just all out cunts. Yeah, like they're just literally treated like slaves to their fucking label. And this is like conspiracy fucking theory shit. Someone said that to me today when I talked to them about BTS is coming into the West now. I've known about them for a couple of years, from fucking, it's because I'm in on Oriental culture, I guess. That's probably not the right thing to say. I'm in on Korean and Japanese culture to an extent. I'm interested in it, and yeah, these idol groups. There's a good movie on it called Perfect Blue, if you have a chance to watch it. But it's like the contracts they get put in are so fucking strict and demanding that it's insane. It's just, it's not human. To a certain extent, these people are getting treated worse than fucking animals and slaves. And with these bands, like, I heard BTS on the radio, and I live in Ireland, and that's insane that like a South Korean band have songs with like literally no words of English, and like they were fucking, what did the DJ say? She was like, oh, the overwhelming, like, we've never seen a response like this for a band to get played on the radio. That's just nuts. Like this fucking boy band that's been around for like, I don't know, I think it's been around for like, I heard like 50 years, and they just switch out the idols like as they go. But the fact that it's getting westernized, are we gonna see this? Like, is our idols gonna be an American thing? Like, are we gonna get artists like, let's say, who's relevant now? Relevant bands, I don't know. I don't really keep up on pop music anymore. It's not my field of interest. But like, let's say for argument's sake, Taylor Swift. I went to see her on fucking Saturday. I got a free ticket. But like, what if Taylor Swift was like, maybe she is in a fucked up contract like that. I don't know. There's so many conspiracies on her. It's insane. We'll get into that another day. But yeah, the music industry is completely fucked. I don't agree with the majority of this like stuff, and artists are treated like slaves, and with bands like BTS becoming normalized and westernized over here, I think we're gonna see a lot more fucked up idol groups. Osama bin Daddy asks, is there life after death? In my opinion, no, because there just isn't. It's never been proven, of course. And like, the whole idea of life after death is just, and meaning of life in general is just fucking selfish humans needing a purpose. You don't need a purpose. Like, the chances of you even fucking being born are so slim. Like the chances of you, like, your fucking great grandfather fucking your nanny and for like somehow like a line of fucking sperm to all add up and like coincidentally make a chain reaction that over fucking hundreds of years led to you is just baffling. Like, your whole birth is a coincidence. If you think like, oh, you're important and there's meaning in your life, you're not. Like, your parent, I guarantee, ask your parents if they pictured like you coming out the way you did, and they're gonna say no. Even this is a prime example of how like life is just coincidence. Like, my parents were fucking, they were gonna call me Adam, and when I came out like a newborn baby, a little just a little fucking slightly overcooked fetus, they were like, oh no, you don't look like an Adam, you look like a Ryan. First of all, their whole like fucking life with this Adam Browski is just down the drain already, because like they obviously had their fucking predeterminate, what would you call it, they'd already fucking planned out their life with this Adam character. But oh look, now he's not even on the cards. So like, no, I don't think there is any sort of fucking afterlife. I don't believe in any of that, and I don't think there is meaning in life. But I do believe you can make your own meaning in life. And this is where people are like, Ryan, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's say you accept that there's no meaning in life, yeah? Then from that, why don't you just create your own meaning in life? Like, why don't you do the things you actually want to do, knowing that there's no afterlife, there's no consequences to death. You die, that's it, you're dead, that's it. Your brain stops functioning, your heart stops beating, your blood stops pumping, your organs stop working, you're dead. You're fucking dead. So instead of looking for meaning in life and then like fucking being scared of death, why don't you fucking live your life to the fullest, do everything you could want to achieve in a lifetime, and then on your deathbed be able to say, yeah, I was happy with my life and the way it went. I think the whole idea of just meaning and all that, that's just humans being selfish cunts. The idea of love, selfish. The idea of fucking human beings are like, we're top of the food chain because we're the most selfish cunts on the planet. Let's look at a prime example. Everything humans do is a trade. Everything, like from purchasing things, you're just trading. Giving someone a gift, you're trading a feeling of thankfulness. Like, you want to do that, so you're trading something that's gonna make you feel better after you do a fucking good deed. No one does anything just for the goodness of their hearts, because it's impossible. We do things to feel good. That's why we do drugs. That's why we have sex. That's why we fucking, some people kill people. Like, they do it to feel good because that's what's gonna make them feel good. That's like that's why we do things. We do things to feel good. And like, people, religion in general, searching for meaning is just so dumb, because it's like making people scared to live in a sense, and that's just, I can't get behind that. Like, people are restricting their whole lives based on a fucking book that was written 2,000 years ago. Like, imagine one day you fucking found Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and no one had, like, this book was undocumented. Yeah, you just read it and you thought fucking Greg Heffley was a god, and you made a religion based off that. You could do that. You could do that. Like, that's how fucked up the world is. If the internet stopped existing and you found one copy of that book, you could base your life off of it. And that's an insane thing, but it's possible. Next question. OG Links Can asks, if you could smoke weed with anyone, who would it be? I do partake in marijuana smoking. I do like snorting some Mary Janes now in my free time, but if I could smoke weed with anyone in the world, it'd have to be Adolf Hitler. Now hear me out. I ain't being a fucking anti-Semitic cunt. I'm hating on all the Jews. I'm actually doing it to fucking benefit the world. Most people would say Snoop Dogg or Wiz Khalifa. They would be the most boring cunts to smoke weed with. Do you know how many blunts Snoop Dogg smokes a day? Now, don't quote me on this. I read it online, so like, it probably isn't true, but apparently, according to him, he smokes 81 blunts a day. 81 blunts a day. It'd be like trying to have a conversation with a fucking, literally an ashtray. Like, why would you want to smoke fucking weed with Snoop Dogg? You know, the only reason you want to do it is for the clout. Like, there'd be no riveting conversation. Imagine, like, you got Hitler stoned, And you start talking to him like, maybe you could fucking prevent World War II. Maybe, like, he's actually a mad sound lad and he's just stressed as fuck. There's so many, like, things I want to ask that man and, like, see how fucked up his head is. Hey, maybe he gets so stoned he pulls a whitey and then you just, like, fucking, you just beat the shit out of him. Smoking weed with, like, weed smokers just isn't fucking cool. What's the point? I don't get it. Like, why would I want to smoke weed with fucking, let's see, Action Bronson? He does that he's gonna do that anyway, whether I'm there or not. You'd want to smoke weed with someone who's not gonna smoke weed, like Donald Trump, Ellen DeGeneres, Jesus Christ. They're like Mahatma Gandhi. These are the people you'd want to fucking smoke weed with, not people who smoke weed anyway. Anyway, next question is from Dildo. Who's my dream fuck? People like when they get this question, they'd be like, haha, Megan Fox. Haha, like they're just gonna say some Hollywood bitch or some model or some fucking or iCarly, some dumb shit like that. My dream fuck, Queen Elizabeth or Mary from the Bible. Now you're probably like, Ryan, what the fuck? Why? Imagine just being able to say, yeah, I did that. I fucked Mary from the Bible. No one else in the world can say they did that. What am I automatically? I'm Jesus' dad. I'm the only one who's ever fucked Mary. And it just becomes a logical explanation to that. The whole of Christianity is based on some bitch lying about being a virgin. That's it. That's Christianity debunked right there. But imagine I could put in, like, I'd have, let's say I fucked Queen Elizabeth. Instantly in the morning, I have fucking about 5 million Twitter followers. I just changed my bio to, I'm the only person on earth who has fucked the Queen. Maybe she dies. Maybe she dies when I fuck her, and she just leaves everything to me because I got bomb ass dick. Who fucking knows? Like, these are the things that keep me up at night. This is why I'd be up at 4 a.m. sniffing Monster. Next question is from Eyebrows McSullivan. Favorite conspiracy theories? Are you talking like cartoons, games, or like real life? I'm gonna talk about one I fucking hate first, and it's the dream theory. Ash from Pokemon is not really a Pokemon. He is dead and he is dreaming, and that's why he is 10 forever. That's the most autistic thing ever. You can put a dream theory to everything. Let me do one, for example. Zach from Zack and Cody. He wasn't in Mr. Mosby's hotel. He was actually in purgatory because he fucking choked on a hot dog in a hotel, and that's where he stays forever now with his fake brother. Like, no, fuck off. Dream theories are the most bullshit thing ever. I hate them, but my favourite cartoon conspiracy is such like a fucking like normal one, and that's why I like it, because it's so possible. It's Courage the Cowardly Dog, an old Cartoon Network cartoon. Sorry about that. It was a cartoons, the old ass like 1990s to 2000, like early 2000 cartoons from Cartoon Network. But basically, Courage the Cowardly Dog is about a fucking dog who lives in the middle of nowhere. That's literally what it's called, with two old people, and basically cunts just come to his house and fuck with him and like try and kill his family and shit, and he always saves them. But like the people he lives with, the two old fucks who own him, like just don't even notice him as like a hero because he's a fucking dog and he can't communicate with them. But the theory goes, like, instead of all these like scary murderers and shit coming to his house, Courage is actually just a normal fucking dog, and everything that happens is like just seen from the perspective of a dog. So when like someone comes to your door, like the dog freaks out because the dog doesn't know them. The dog lives in the middle of nowhere because he doesn't know anywhere else. Like everything is just explained, but like a dog is just freaking out because it's a dog and he lives with old people and he's not used to human interaction. So when people come over, it's just like, what the fuck? And yeah, it just explains a lot of the show, and it's a cool perspective to look at it if you ever watch the show again and just imagine, yeah, these are probably just normal people, and the dog is just trying to protect his owner, and that's why like he sees everyone as a fucking like a bad guy. Like, have you ever gone to like a mate's gaff and the dog just starts barking immediately? Like just imagine that's what the dog sees, like some crazy fucking murderer in you. And my favorite like conspiracy theory that I've heard recently is actually one I heard on the Blind Boy podcast. I recommend fucking everyone to listen to that podcast. It's one of the best pieces of Irish media that's available, and that's saying a lot because Irish media is terrible. But he was talking about HIV and AIDS and where like originated from, basically AIDS originated from monkeys. It's called simian immunodeficiency virus, SIV, before I had HIV, which is human immunodeficiency virus. Sorry. So SIV monkeys, simian, HIV humans. So the thing is, like, we definitely got AIDS, HIV from monkeys. We got it from Africa in parts where they would hunt chimpanzees who would have this virus. And the virus isn't deadly to humans, SIV, but there was a mutation in it that made it deadly to humans. So, like, let's say a tribe was out fucking hunting monkeys and a monkey bit one of them. It shouldn't have gave him HIV, but it mutated somehow and gave it to him. But there is a theory that it was Sweden, some Swiss team went over to Africa to cure polio. In their cure for polio, they had they had some sort of thing that was tested on chimpanzees, or chimpanzee was a part of the cure or something. They injected them with fucking SIV basically, and they injected them with SIV and they literally invented HIV. And this is all fucking hearsay, but at the same time, we know for a fact that HIV and AIDS comes from monkeys. It's just crazy to think that we humans could literally have given themselves a virus that can't be cured. That's so fucked up. Like someone just made a balls of one needle or something, gave it to one person, and then there was just a whole fucking outrage of it in the 80s. That's insane. Anyway, conspiracy theories. Thank you, Eyebrows McSullivan. What words do I like and dislike the most? I'll talk about words I like. Gooey. I like gooey because like you just get this weird mental image in your head, don't you? When you hear the word gooey, it's just like, gooey. And you see fucking weird, those little alien babies. I see them, but with Nickelodeon slime. And that's the picture in my head when I hear gooey. What else do I like? Moist. I fucking love the word moist, and I only love it because people hate it. I don't understand why there's a hate for a fucking moist. It's such moist. It just rolls off the tongue nice. I like the word flange. Flange is a good fucking word. I think it means pussy in some form, or else I just made that up completely. But I know there's something called flange cake, and it could be pussy cake, but I doubt it. I like old-timey words, from fucking, 1940s, rapscallion, whippersnapper, rigmarole. They're all fucking cool words. Oh, me and my friend Will, we're looking through an old dictionary, and we just flicked on a random word, and the word was ramshackled, and it meant to be fucked up, drunk, and we love saying ramshackled. I love calling cigarettes Derek Flanagan's. Words I hate. Cringe. I hate the word cringe because I don't know, I just hate it. Lovers. I hate lovers. I hate the word tummy because it's called your fucking belly. Tummy is just some weird fetish name for it, I fucking swear. I hate the word meet and shift. It's kissing. That's all it is. You're not meeting someone. It sounds so gross and childish. I fucking hate it. What else do we have? What else do I hate? I don't really hate that too many words. I love the word tubby, not chubby. Chubby is a shit word. Tubby is a fucking funny word. Vajankle, which is basically a rubber foot with a pussy on the end. I like that word. Cream pie is a nice word. Why am I just talking about weird fetishes? No, I don't really hate that many words. Someone's definitely gonna say, oh no, what about this word? And I'll be like, I love saying pipsqueak as well. I remember I fucking said pip. I called some kid a pipsqueak in school, and my mate would not stop laughing for a good fucking 10 minutes. The fact that I said pipsqueak to someone, but I loved it. So thanks for that. The person who asked that was called Squeezy Glass. This is from Pope on Toast. If heaven was real, what's God gonna say when I get up there? He'll probably say you're a fucking faggot. Go away. I'm probably not welcome up in that kip. Where do I see this podcast going? From Beyblade Battle Bukkake? I don't know. I'd love to just do interviews with my friends because they're all really interesting people. and I'd love to like see what they're actually like on a mic, because like I remember when I first started talking to a mic, because I used to want to do YouTube videos and I made like commentary videos, but I never uploaded them because they were the cringiest shit ever. So yeah, like starting talking to a microphone is really hard, but I just think I'm fucking used to it at this point. So I can literally just talk for hours. It doesn't bother me anymore, and I fucking enjoy it. So I'd love to do interviews with my friends and just hear some funny stories, and I'd love to make it longer as well. I had so much fun drawing up the channel art and shit for it, and here comes the rain. So I think it's a good point to end the podcast too. It's a short one today. This is just a pilot. If it gets like 10 views, I'll upload the other one. I've 2 recorded. I don't, but I'm gonna record another one after this. Well, by the time you see this, I will have 2 recorded. So if you enjoyed this podcast, just fucking share it with your mates. Do anything with it. But yeah, it's been your boy Peachfuzz. I'll catch you next week, baby cakes.